Hi, it's Tuesday night, the 19th of January, day 19 of 2021. Today's Living the Dream experience was discovering how to use my second YouTube channel that I set up for uploading non-Living the Dream coaching videos so that the channel doesn't have a lot of videos that aren't related to the Living the Dream coaching YouTube channel, my daily video journal. I can now upload those videos that don't belong to that channel in my second channel and then delete them from the Living the Dream Coaching Video Journal channel. And that way the channel is clean. This is a discovery that I've thought about for a while now. So it's Living the Dream experience because it came to me and I go, oh my goodness. And then lo and behold, it just popped up open and I discovered accidentally. It's a great thing. That said, here's my power statement I had for this morning. As I focus on reprioritizing my to-do list so that I'm doing the most important task for the day, I'm going to take a few minutes to repetitively speak good self-talk so that I remap my thinking about my personal success and how I see myself and how I want to show up every day. Like I said about Croy getting back to me, which he did yesterday, I'm going to continue to speak about Tanya getting back to me too. I cannot control her or the circumstance, but I can certainly speak what I want to have happen and then do all I can to make it happen, which is what I'm doing. Here's what I had on my to-do list for today, right here. There's Tuesday. Bam, done. My most important task was to reach out once again to Tanya and again by phone and send her another email asking her to please contact me ASAP. For my fun task today, I was starting to manage my second YouTube channel and add to it those videos that don't belong in my Living the Dream YouTube channel so I can delete them from that channel once it's all worked out properly. I was also able to delete all the files I had in my Google Drive. Remember, I put those all up there for the focus group in the beginning thinking that's where they'd go to take a look and test things. Since they're all on my website now, I no longer need them in the Google Drive. Delete! And my exciting task for today was the fact that I figured out how to eliminate a video on one channel of mine and not have it to leave on another channel. I say that because somehow there are about 4 or 5 videos from my video journal that showed up in the second YouTube channel. That's a no-no. You can't have the same exact video content in 2 separate channels. That's a no-no with YouTube. So I'm in the process of getting them removed from one channel without the system automatically removing them from the other one too, or closing down one channel. It's a lot to learn. Once you start using YouTube in your business, it's a lot to learn, like I said, but I'm learning it. Next is my end of the day success routine questions. Get honest with yourself, Marty. What didn't go well today? Or what could you have done better today? Did you wake up early and start strong? Check. Did you start your morning with power? Check. Were you productive throughout your day? Check, check, check. Did you get the most important things done? All 3 of them I got done. And did you move your goals forward, pieces through the portal of my mind into the world of the physical? Yes. Did you show up as the person you wanted to today? I did. How about your personal time with Kathleen? Were you present? I was. It was a wonderful day today. Next are my end of the day success routine accountability questions. Were you honest with yourself about today's task, Marty? In other words, did you keep your promises that you made yourself this morning? Well, since I was hoping to hear from Tanya first thing this morning, I imagined that she saw my emails and decided to answer them and my voice messages. And so I came into my office and I promised myself that I would check those sources first thing. Once I got there, I kept that promise, and that was the first thing that I did. And then I got after my day's task since she still hadn't responded to me yet. The next question is, what movies did you watch during your mindfulness time today, Marty? Did you make time for them, and were there any instant replay movies that you saw this morning? Well, besides my must-see TV favorite 5 movies, I didn't purposely call up an instant replay movie onto my mind this morning. But I have to tell you that I actually woke up early this morning around 6:15, 6:30 a.m. because my mind was vividly involved in imagining and watching in an instant replay movie of me doing an Insight Zoom call with Croy Sather. And so I laid there for a few minutes to finish that video in my mind. It was great. I then jumped out of the bed and started my win the morning, win the day routine by splashing cold water on my face, making my bed, and then going downstairs to finish the routine. It was a great start for the day. My next question says, what's the one thing that would make all the difference going forward? What one thing can I do better tomorrow? Even if the day goes sideways getting it done, I'd still feel like it was a success. Well, the one thing I know I can improve on going forward is to do more repetitive mind mapping self-talk. And so here's what I wrote down as my power statement for tomorrow and probably for days to come. It says, besides focusing on reprioritizing my to-do list so that I'm doing the most important tasks for the day first, I'm going to take a few minutes to repeatedly speak the self-talk for remapping my thinking about my personal success and how I want to see myself as a small business coach. Lately, I've been really thinking about my thought process and my repetitive mapping speak and exactly what I'm saying and how I see myself as a coach for beginner entrepreneurs. I decided I'm going to do more thought downloading besides the time I take to read my affirmations and focus on my how I see myself as a coach self-talk. I'm going to speak aloud a full mantra of who I am as a coach. That is important. The next question I'm going to ask myself is my end of the day success routine question of were there any mistakes or failures that you may have made today that you can turn into a tool of success? Well, today was a day of knocking out details and making sure I have everything in place for when I launch my focus group video ad again with that new video in it. I then can do my test Zoom call with my family and friends hopefully towards the end of this week. And so there wasn't any mistakes or failures today. The next question is, what was your biggest success today then, Marty? What did you do well? Well, my biggest success today was accomplishing a task that I had written down some time ago regarding finding where my old business videos were on YouTube. I had forgotten what YouTube channel I had uploaded them on, and I didn't write it down, and so it took me a while. And then, lo and behold, by accident, I came across the way and found where they were. It was fantastic. Bam, done. The next end of the day success routine question asked me to rate my day's effort. I gave today's effort an 8. I gave today another 8 because I am still waiting on Tanya and I feel handcuffed because I don't know how to do what I'm going to ask her to help me with, which is to change out those videos. Just not let me do that. And so I am handcuffed waiting on her. So I dinged today's effort by 2 points. Okay, I want to end the day strong. Here's what I'm grateful for today. I'm grateful for the principle that says we are all in a laboratory in which we have everything we need to learn how to succeed and what it takes to succeed. We are fully equipped. In fact, our laboratory is all around us. It consists of human beings, which provide us every possible example of human action. Once we see that we ourselves are in charge of our laboratory, there's no limit to what we can learn. The scientific method says you observe and experiment and test until your theories can be duplicated over and over again with the same results, and that others will get the same results when they do those same steps. These steps require that we become good observers of people all around us, and as we do, we'll come to understand the why people act the way they do. We'll also find ourselves asking questions like, why is John so successful and Tom seems to just get by? Why does Jim have so many friends and Nancy seems to repel people so that she hardly has any friends? Why do people gladly accept what Bill tells them, but others ignore what Jack tells them even when he's saying the same thing that Bill says? These principles lead to the next thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the law of observation, which says studying the two extremes through the law of observation helps one see the unmistakable wisdom of the need to follow the laws of success. As we observe other people, especially if it's a very successful person and a very unsuccessful or mediocre person, we soon will see them providing the chance for us to see successful action principles at work right before our eyes. Our objective through such observations is to learn how to make successful action habitual in our lives. As we practice such habits, the process becomes second nature and we soon begin to act in this desired way. This leads me to the next thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the Pascal Jordan person, the physicist who said, observations not only disturb what has to be measured, they produce it. All of us have heard a friend or a neighbor who is great at growing things say, it's exciting to watch these plants grow. Just look at how they respond to the plant food and water I give them. See how much bigger they are today than they were the last time you were here? To be sure, it is thrilling to watch what can happen when mankind cooperates carefully with nature. But I think it is even more exciting and fascinating when we can see ourselves respond to our own carefully administered thought management program. It's exciting to feel ourselves growing in confidence, seeing ourselves become more effective in what we do and more successful day by day and month by month. Nothing, absolutely nothing in life gives us more satisfaction than knowing we're on the road to success and achievement. That's the truth. You've heard me speak of Croy Sather and his Instant Manifestation Secrets audio series. He is a transformational life coach for coaches, he says, and here's what he has to say on this subject, and I quote, "This life is meant to be truly lived, loved, and explored to its fullest. This life is meant to be lived with purpose and meaning, and that makes the world a better place because you were here. The world tells us that we should have realistic goals and be happy with what we have. That is why 70% or more people say they are unhappy and unsatisfied in life. If I listened to the common advice given to me by those around me, I never would have run across America or broke the world running through Death Valley, the hottest place on the earth, the world record. Had I conformed to social expectations, I never would have traveled the world for 3 years, living in Thailand, Colombia, and Mexico, and visiting many other places throughout the world, as well as touring the United States for 3 consecutive months. If you listened common knowledge and popular opinion, it will keep you broke and unhappy." End quote. I'm going to leave it there because I've had a lot of things on my mind. I'm tired. I'm stumbling a little bit here, and that's okay. That's what happens when you have a full day and then you go to record, but I'm happy to do it. It's my journal entry, and so I'll be right back here at my laptop tomorrow night sharing another video journal entry. But until then, I wish you continued success. Good night.